Greetings, fellow Clashers. It is your host, Galadon, and I am so excited to be able to announce that moment you've been waiting for. Yes, the next Clash update is coming. The sneak peeks have begun with the level 7 lightning spell. Now, we've got some other changes to the lightning spell coming, but before I go into that, let me tell you right now that what I've been told is that the Clash team is right now working on a big update that is going to be announced at ClashCon. So October 24th of this year, we've got a big announcement about a big update, but in the meantime, we've got this update to talk about. Again, the first sneak peek changes to the lightning spell, level 7 lightning spell at Town Hall 10, and that means the level 6 lightning spell is now available at Town Hall 9, and both it and the level 5 lightning spell have had their damage increased. And now another important change to the lightning spell is the fact that the bolts will now strike closer together in order to miss less often, but that also means that the aim on the lightning spell is going to be that much more important to be accurate as to exactly where you drop it. Now, whether or not these changes again broaden the use of the lightning spell remains to be seen, but let's drop one on these Clan Castle troops right here, right on the dragon, and notice I get the barbarians and the witch out of the way, but I miss the skeletons. That tight grouping of bolts, smaller area affected than before. So while yes, the bolts may miss less often, it makes the placement of that lightning spell that much more critical. You can't just drop it in the general area. Now let's move up to this air defense that I have strategically placed up here on this test account, and we're going to drop a lightning spell on it. And watch closely as it gets down to just about 50% health after that first lightning spell. So here comes the second lightning spell, and it will take it down to just a fraction of its health, almost nothing left. But try as we might, we could not get a maxed out air defense down with a new level 7 lightning spell with 2 spells. But obviously there's other combinations out there. The earthquake spell as it stands would definitely finish that air defense off. Or of course, had an earthquake spell been dropped on the air defense first, then the 2 lightning spells most certainly taking it out as well. So as we watch a few more level 7 lightning spells being dropped on these maxed out buildings, it is going to be interesting to see what you Clashers, the theory crafters out there, come up with. Will the lightning spell be more useful? Will there be new and unique applications for it at all different Town Hall levels now that we've seen so much of a damage increase? But before we wrap up this sneak peek episode, let's take a closer look at the bolt patterns, a slow motion look at the new bolt patterns from the level 7 lightning spell, deploying them on the Goblin maps. So as we go to slow motion close-up detail, watch as the 6 bolts of lightning come out of this first lightning spell, and you'll notice that 5 of the 6 bolts very tightly grouped, definitely enough to damage the same structure, but 1 bolt off towards the top on that first lightning spell, and we're going to see this pattern similarly but not exactly the same repeat every single time, as there you saw the second bolt of 6 off to the right, the other group very tight together, and we're going to see this again and again and again as the lightning spells drop. 5 of the 6 bolts very tightly grouped, definitely damaging the same structure or area, and the 6th bolt just a little bit off, just enough to make it so we couldn't get that air defense down no matter how many times we tried. But with this relatively predictable pattern of bolts from the lightning spells, it is going to be interesting to see again what you guys come up with, what the future holds for the level 7 lightning spell, for the new increased damage to the level 5 and 6 lightning spell, level 6 again at Town Hall 9, and the revamped tighter lightning bolt pattern that is going to make, yes, spell timing and placement more critical than ever in Clash of Clans. Cannot wait for this update to drop. Stay tuned, you guys. Of course, there's more details coming on this update, and of course the big one, the big update announcement at ClashCon on October 24th. As always, be sure to subscribe for your Clash of Clans sneak peeks and updates, information on tournaments and upcoming live streams as well. Your regularly scheduled episode of Clash of Clans Attacks out later on today, so until then, get out there and make every attack a full attack.
Galadon, what about level 7 lightning on the gym box?